For me, Operation Trumpet Call follows very closely the model of Nehemiah. And Nehemiah was serving in the king's palace, as most of us have been. We have served other models, other ways of doing things, but he became discontented and became dissatisfied with where he was. So Operation Trumpet Call is a trumpet call for those that are discontented with where things are. It's a rallying call, as what happened with David. He says when he became king, the discontented, the indebted, those who were distressed, they all rallied, to David. So it's a call to those that are discontented, that are in debt, that are distressed, to say, let's come together, we can do something. Secondly, I think it's a call to an introspection, because that's what Nehemiah did. When he looked at where the city was, it was burnt, the gates were burnt, it was in ruins. There was an introspection that brought him to tears and to a repentance. It's a trumpet call for introspection and repentance. I think before we even move forward, we as the church should look at our hearts. As Nehemiah prayed and said, we have sinned, and he repented. Look at our hearts and say, let's fix inside first before we fix outside. So Operation Trumpet Call is not just about doing the farming, it's also about doing the nurturing of our hearts. And Nehemiah shows us at a very early stage. The third one is an inspection. He went on an inspection to see what was there, to measure the damage, the debris that was there, and come up with a realistic idea. I think we have done that. We know exactly how many tons of maize, for instance, are needed, how many tons can be produced, for instance, like through Foundations for Farming. If each Zimbabwean planted just the minimum amount in their backyard, we would be able to feed our nation plus more. The fourth thing about the trumpet call is rallying ourselves together, pulling ourselves together, because on Nehemiah's wall, each section of the community built a section of the wall. So we are calling ourselves across denominational divide, across racial backgrounds, to say, let's all come to the wall and rebuild. So it's a call to rebuild the nation, wherever people may be, whatever their sectors may be, their communities, where their skills may be, they must be on the wall, like what happened with Nehemiah. And of course, it's a call for courage and diligence, because as Nehemiah was building, there were many, detractors. There was opposition from Tobias and Sanballat, who said, what are you doing? This won't work. And there's a lot of skepticism about whether Foundations for Farming can work, whether the church can provide a solution. But our model, again, is from Nehemiah. We are not going to come down the wall. We are not going to come down to the plane of, oh no, everything's, oh no, this won't work, oh no, that won't work. We will be busy rebuilding the nation. And then, of course, finally, the Bible tells us Nehemiah gathered the leadership. It's important that the leadership of the nation comes together and be an example. And part of my role is to rally that leadership and say, let's be an example, let's come together. When the leadership comes together, the rest of the nation will come together. So that's what Operation Trumpet Call is seeking to do,